both in the ring and in backstage, and he's got 2 kids now that are doing well, and so yeah, I would vote for Mike.
Okay, I agree with that. So far, everybody we've asked that question has agreed with that. The one wrestler that you pretty much, if you read it on the card that you had to wrestle, you kind of didn't want to do it.
That's a tough one. That gives goes the ones that it's hard to work with, and we already talked about that. It was Don Leo, Wrestling Tooth. Gene Kaninsky was another one. Oh my God, I forgot about him. And so those were some of them that were pretty tough. And I also had the fortune. I don't know if you remember this name. When I was up in Portland, Oregon, there was a big guy by the name Chris Taylor. He was an Olympic wrestler. Mm-hmm. And he was about 400, 450 pounds, and he was a load too.
Oof, yeah. And let's see, last one would be the one guy that you got to work with, which was like magic in the ring.
I already mentioned him. I was Barry Windham.
Barry Windham.
Oh yeah, what an athlete! At that time, he had the looks. I mean, the little girls would cry if I was beating on him. It was fun, but yeah, Wyndham without a doubt. Of course, then again, too, Dusty. I can't forget poor Dusty. I mean, he was a dream to work with. Heck, I mean, it was a night off to be with Dusty because hell, with his charisma and his stuff with the ring. I mean, you didn't have to do a lot. You had the people wanting to crawl in the ring with you, man.
Well, I guess when you work with a lot of these guys so much, it almost becomes second nature to work with them in the ring night in and night out.
Well, especially when you were in territories. If you were in a hot angle, it was every night.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't like they do now where they got a month to build up a show in a particular area or something. They run, if a show runs 12 times a year, that's a lot now. I mean, a lot of big towns only run maybe once or twice a year, and so you don't have to worry about telling a story or promoting an angle or anything like that. But boy, when you had territories, you were in Orlando every week, you were in Tampa every week, you were in Miami every week, you were in Jacksonville every week, you were in Fort Myers every week. And so, son, you better be able to deliver something people want to come back and see.
Okay. Now, I guess in 2007, you were given your official release.
Excuse me?
No. 2007, they released your collectible figure finally, WWE.
Right.
And in 2005, you made an appearance with Zbyszko, and you took on Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. We were just talking about that.
Larry's a funny guy, man. Yeah. I like Larry Zbyszko.
Larry Zbyszko. We had the pleasure of doing a couple signings with him. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever sat next to.
The same thing. I like Larry Zbyszko. I mean, he is a funny dude, man.
So have you been doing anything wrestling wise now that your in ring career?
Well, like I say, I've been doing some like called Legends conventions. I think we were talking about doing one.
Yes.
What was it, New York in March or something like that?
Yes.
And those I'm doing a lot of those. Believe it or not, they like us at these Comic-Con shows. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people want to come up and want autographs and pictures. And so a lot of us are doing these Comic-Cons and all these other non-wrestling events that really provides, you'd be surprised how many people are glad to see you there.
Yeah, me personally, being one of these booking agents, obviously money's great, but I love just bringing them in to hear the stories, especially on the van rides between venues.
Right.
The road stories that you guys tell, it just makes it worth it.
A lot of them you can't tell in public.
That's why we keep it in the van.
One of my favorite stories, I'll tell you a little bit of off-color one here.
Okay.
And I don't know, my oldest son, he might be on there listening to it. I know he posted it. He saw that I was going to be doing this. We were down here in Florida, and if he was 13 or 14, I don't really remember. He was still pretty young. And it was me and the referee down here named Fonzie and Kevin Sullivan and Humperdinck. We were driving back from Orlando. These women, these girls follow us around, you know. It was one of our birthdays. I don't remember whose birthday it was, and they had made a cake. They wanted us to stop and give them a cake. They'd take this cake. We said, no, we're busy. Just pass it over here. So here we are. You got two cars driving along side by side. And I'm driving, and I think Fonzie was in the back seat. And so they're going to hand him the cake. So this lady starts leaning out of the car, and she's got one of these tank tops on that don't have straps on it. And without wind hit it, their boobs just went zoop. They come out, they were just dangling in the air. And my son looked over at that. And I guess that's the first time he'd ever seen those. And we had fun over that one. That was one of our funny ones, man.
Oh my God! So you should get to tell that story.
Is that too strong?
No, it's fine.
You should hear some of the stuff.
Some of the stuff that gets said on the air here, sometimes makes me blush.
I can imagine. I don't like to get into this, but that was funny because I remember my son. You know, he was still young and innocent and all that. And he saw them things dangling in the air. I still ask him about it from time to time. He remembers it big time. I'm sure he'll remember that till he dies.
I'm sure you'll keep reminding him.
Oh, yeah, till I die. You got it.
All right. So, yeah, we were talking about in March, we definitely would like to bring you in for a big event in Queens, New York. And,
is it Queens? Okay.
Yeah, it's in Queens, New York. And, we're going to put together a nice little team, you know, of former wrestlers. So, you know, we'll definitely be...
Hey, bring my vegan friend with me, man.
Bring your vegan friend with you?
There you go. We'll all have fun with it.
We'll give him some bean sprouts to eat on the car ride.
Just give him celery. We just give him celery and carrot.
Celery and carrot.
Carrot. He's like a rabbit.
I'll take the chicken. He can have the celery and carrots.
Chicken, and I'll have a hamburger, and I'll have whatever. If it's meat, look out.
That's my kind of guy.
That's a quote of a Texan.
You got it, buddy.
All right,
Not much of a
I appreciate you giving us...
I can handle it down pretty good.
I appreciate you giving us a call and taking some time out of your Sunday. And we're definitely gonna be in touch with you over the next couple of months, and we'll get you booked and coming in for March.
I'm looking forward to it. You guys, it's been great being with you, and anybody out there watching and listening, I hope it was worth their effort and their time to be here. And whenever I'm around, come by and say, hey, I'd like to meet you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Ron.
All right, thank you, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye. Former WWE star Ron Bass. It feels weird for me to say former WWE star Ron Bass because it wasn't WWE. It was WWF.
Right.
It was. I mean, come on. Who are we trying to fool? It's WWE. It was WWF back then. There was no getting the F out yet. So... But yeah, it's funny because you talk to them. He was an imposing, intimidating figure when he was in the ring. Big guy, barrel chest, whip, Miss Betsy. And I remember him coming in. He'd come in the ring with Honky Tonk Man, be like whoosh, like whipping it. He was part of that Survivor Series team against Brutus Beefcake's team, and but I always remember the haircut. The haircut match. It was it was hair versus hair. The hair versus hair match.
Oh, man.
And of course, you know, Beefcake wasn't going to lose those locks. So
Ron didn't care. He made the money.
Yeah, like you said, hair grows back. Money don't grow.
That's right.
As much as what do you think? Money grows on trees, and I know you know where that term comes from.
That's right.
But yeah, so awesome interview. I like to get to the backgrounds of a lot of these former superstars and find out how they got into the business because, you know, everybody's got their own little story. You know, everybody's got their own twist on things. Maybe they saw somebody and they just fell in love with watching it, or they were part of a wrestling family. You know, kind of like the Samoan dynasty, the Hart dynasty. You know, or one day they just decided, I want to do something different, and they wrestled in high school, and then boom, they became a professional wrestler, or or you do it Kurt Angle's way, do all amateur wrestling, and then boom, become a professional wrestler late in your career.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's different, everything's. Speaking about Kurt Angle, he's at Matty Mills' Clash of the Champions parties over there at Nick's Roast Beef tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of these days we gotta get to one of those shows.
Yeah, we do.
Just because I want to,
What happened last time? Blizzard?
We had the snow. Yeah.
Blizzard.
It's always something.
Supposed to be with Lex Luger, right?
Lex Luger, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn snow.
Unbelievable.
And then the last one we weren't able to make, but Ted DiBiase called us that week, and we promoted their event, and then that led to us getting Ted for after big event in November, which is pretty damn cool.
Right.
So I'm excited. I'm really excited about the next couple months. A little nervous, as I always get about a week before this starts.
Those are just the butterflies.
Yeah. So we got October 1st, Newport, Long Island. This is Wrestling debut show. We'll have Cameron with us. October 2nd at the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore in the Englishtown Flea Market. Blue Building, booths 46, 47. She'll be signing in 48. And big Legends of the Ring, the 14th. We will have Cameron again, along with Victoria, Angel Orsini, Gary Wolf, Brother Love, and also sitting with us, being part of DNA bookings, is Alpha Jr. So that'll be fun. And then November 18th, and of course, the next day, we'll be in Allentown, Pennsylvania at Pro Wrestling World. And then November 18th at Big Event, we'll have ODB. We'll have Saraya Knight. We will have. You gotta help me out here. I always forget.
April Hunter?
No, not April. Where do you get April Hunter from?
I don't know.
April Hunter's not. No. I'm like, where do you get that from?
I thought I heard that name recently.
No, if we did Chiller, she was coming with Jasmine St. Clair, but I don't know what the hell happened there.
It was supposed to be the end of October, right?
It was supposed to be it was supposed to be Halloween weekend. Let's see. Let me pull it up. Sorry for the delay. Ruined our flow. Oh, it's always big event. They always get messed up on.
Because you have so many bookings.
Yeah, and they're all clumped together. Oh, there's one. All right, there we go. We'll have ODB, Saraya Knight, Nyla Rose, Jazz, and TNA's Alley for big event. And then Warriors of Wrestling later that day with that crew and the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. And then Pro Wrestling World the next day on the 19th with that crew and the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase.
Nice.
So that will be fun.
They're all fun.
Fun. Little brother Lou. Look at that face. But yeah. So yes, both these groups, whether it's Legends and Big Event, will be at Warriors of Wrestling that Saturday night and Pro Wrestling World the next day. So just remember, Big Event. If you don't get to Big Event in November for $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase's autograph, don't worry about it. Come to Warriors Wrestling that night or Pro Wrestling World the next day. He will be with Damage 365 Radio, and he can get his autograph then.
That's right. Just come to one of them 3 places.
So don't stress. Or if you can't get to his table in time, whatever the case may be. But just come see ODB, Allie, Jazz, Nyla Rose, and of course, Paige's mom, Saraya Knight. I'm excited about that.
Me too. That'd be cool if we can get Paige to come.
Yeah, but she's gonna be wrestling.
She'll be busy.
Yeah, she'll be busy. With all those rumors of her quitting, that none of them were true. Mm-hmm. That we said that.
I could have sworn though. I seen it on Facebook.
Yeah, well, if it's on Facebook, it's true.
That's right.
And don't forget, the Battle of the Babes debuts this December 2000.